Hi everyone, I'm Farzanasuri, your victory coach. Today is Teachers' Day, a day that is celebrated and a day where you remember every person who has been a teacher in your life. They could be your professors, your mentors, your coaches, your parents, your friends, acquaintances that you may have met, and so many, so many people across our, the journey of our life. And today I would like to share with you a story that is really very close to my heart. So it is a story about a young man who meets an elderly man, in the course of a particular day, and he reaches out to the older man and he said, "Sir, do you remember me?" And the older man looks at him and says, "No, I'm afraid not, son. I don't." And he said, "Sir, I was your student." And he says, "Oh, all right. So what do you do now?" And he says, "Sir, I am doing what you taught me to do, which is be a teacher. So I've taken, I'm following your footsteps, and I'm a teacher in a school." And the teacher, the older man, was pretty impressed, and he says, "So when did you make that decision?" The young man looks at the teacher and says, "Sir, can I narrate a small story for you?" And he says, "Yeah, of course, I have all the time in the world." So this young man narrates this particular story that happened to him when he was in class. And this is how it goes. He said, "Sir, when I was in class, there was a young boy who came to class with this beautiful, exquisite watch. And the moment I laid my eyes on that watch, I knew that I wanted it, and I was willing to do anything to get that watch in my hands and for that watch to be mine. So during the class, I sneaked into his bag. I took out the watch and I kept it with me. As the day wore off, this student realized that his watch was not there with him, and he complained to you. And you were a little perplexed to when you got to know that a watch of such expense was not available, was not there. And you thought for a moment, and you asked each and every one of us, "Have you seen the watch?" And all the students, including me, refused. We nodded a no. And you then asked each of us to create a circle in the classroom. While we made the circle in the class, we stood in a circle around the classroom. You locked the door and you said that, "I want each one of you to close your eyes, and I'm going to go from each student one by one, and I'm going to check your pockets to see if I can find the watch." And that's what happened. You went from student to student. We all shut our eyes, and finally you came to me. You put your hands in my pocket, you found the watch, you went a little ahead, and then you asked everyone to open our eyes. We all opened our eyes, and he said, "I have found the watch." And that's it. The watch was handed over to this boy, and you did not take me aside, you did not scold me, you didn't give me a moral lesson, you just let that be. And that was the moment when I looked at you from across the class, and I knew that this is what I wanted to be when I grew up. And so here I am. I have taken that lesson from you. Sir, do you remember that story? Do you remember that incident? And the teacher just looked at him, askance, and he said, "Yes, I do remember that incident. I know that I went around the class. I know that I went around each student and looked into their pockets to check whether they had the watch. And I did find the watch in one of the students' pockets. But, son, my eyes were closed as well. So I don't remember who was the student who had stolen that watch. And if that person you say is you, then I'm so happy that you have taken a lesson out of that incident and turned out the way you are. And I'm sure you're going to be, you're not just going to be, you are a phenomenal teacher. So thank you, son, for sharing this with me." And that student, that young man, looked at him and said, "Sir, this is what teaching is all about. This is what education is all about. You gave not only me, but everyone in that room a very important lesson, because you didn't point a finger at any one of us. You didn't take away my dignity. You in fact taught me that there can be grace when you want to you want to create change, and that's what I would like to do for everyone. So thank you so much. So to all of you who are hearing this story, I hope this resonated, and it can make a difference to your life and to the way you look at your teachers, or the way you can be a teacher to someone. This is all for me from here. I'm Farzanasuri, your victory coach. Be cool, be classy, be victorious.